EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Not 180. Check 53's Mike. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now gone. And Woods has it complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
61, matchbox, White. 58, Mike. I'm coming. Harbaugh. I'm coming. Hey, wahoo. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Just beating the play clock is gone. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Hey, Alpha. 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Let's go, defense. Our time. This is our time. 58's the mic. 58. 58. Super. Defense wins championships, baby. 58, boys. 58. 58's Mike. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Right over there. Right over there. Yeah,
On first down, gone. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A.J. Klein coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's gone. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Hey, let's go. Go ground.
Goff now looks to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line.
Hey, echo.
In your face.
Louis. I'm coming after you.
Now Goff on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
56. Mike, 56. Hey, Haywood. All day.
To try again after the sack. Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive.
Let's go, defense. Who we got? 58's the mark. 58's the mark. Orange. Get that ball. Hey, Charlie. Get that ball. Hey, 58's the mark.
Gone. They'll find Everett there, complete. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Goff. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Mike 58, right there. Ric Flair. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, check 24. Check 24. DC. 58's the money. 58. Hey, exit. So don't say nothing.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
Check. 5-9. Mike 51. I got him.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Ready? 95, 56, 95, 56. 12, 12, 12. Check 26, check 26.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now Natson. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Check 99, check 99. Value 1.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
It's now 3rd down.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's...
And the pressure gets to him again. A.J. Klein able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. This is Harris. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Drop deep, drop deep. He's coming. He'll kill.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready. Well, waiting. I got it. Punt formation. Come on, boys, come on. 87 is mine. I got 87.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll have a first down past the 40. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Gurley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Like 20. Hey, tighten down. There you go. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. 58. 2 for 1. Wrap. 58. Right over there. Yeah.
On 2nd and 12. Goff. Airing it out deep for Woods. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They run it again with Kamara. Space to maneuver at the 40. The 40. 30. 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 75 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Hey, lift! Lift!
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Value three! Value three! 58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Hey, tight, tight. We're good, we're good. 58, right there.
Throwing on third, Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
We'll see if they can do it here. Another carry now for Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check nine, check nine.
Here's Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. One heck of a third down conversion. 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, Zoo. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, watch the slant. 12. 12. 12.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Listen. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Watch the pass. Hey, high 7.
From the red zone now, Goff. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Goff throwing again. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Marcus Davenport picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, here's Goff. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
I got one. Value 3. 53. Bravo. Come on. You better bring it.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of 1st downs.
And the most curious way there to burn some clock, that was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see today they rely more on the ground game here.
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff going up, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Mike 51. Hey, watch his slant. Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Wait! 51 to Mike, boy, 51. Hey, orbit. Mike, 51.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Breeze. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off with great anticipation. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Here's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
58, boy, 58, 58. Go, go. Let's go, Heavy. Everyone's got.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Natson. 51 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Gurley again here on 1st down. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Goff now to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Hey, Delta. Northern John. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Mike, 56.
Now Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A.J. Klein in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Five.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Mike, 56.
Now it's gone. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes that.
Kamara has it stripped. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Right there, 56. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Two. Cry all the way back home.
Mike, 50.
One last throw here for Goff. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated.
Playing skills, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They Ella, they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause. Ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, I never switch.
since I was a jit. Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the. Back then, you out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the bip. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Chicago Bears. Greg Zuerlein, the Rams kicker, approaches, kicks it off, and here we go from Los Angeles. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Get up! 180! Watch the curve! Watch the curve!
First carry now for David Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he powers his way up past the 30.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Let's go, let's bring it! Let's bring it! Hey, ball. Play. Go, Mike Medula. 18. Smooth. You better be afraid.
Trubisky will throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A Chicago first down to former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
One work.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
When they're lined up in the 46 defense like that, running is just going to be a slog.
Especially if you're trying to run it in the middle of the defense. So what you're hoping, get a stalemate against the 3 across the front, and can you get some one-on-one blocks that you can win on the perimeter? To me, that's the best place to carry the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Montgomery on the counter. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. From the 45 on 2nd down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Throwing here, Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Check, 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 check.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He's got Burton here. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Hey, team 6, team 6. Mike 51, Mike 51. Bring it. Alert, 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 alert. 51 to Mike, 51 to Mike. Come on.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd down 6 at the 10-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 120. Maverick, Maverick. I got you. Hey, kill. Switch it. Come on, switch. 80 weapon. Super 66. Hey, Echo. What's that?
Out of the gun. Goff. And that will be incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Johnny Hekker now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bears take over.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to the ground. This yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd down. it's Trubisky. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. On first down, Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now Trubisky on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side. So under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Donald with a sack.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Mike 51, Mike 51. It's our deal. It's our deal. Alert. Check. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check nickel. Hey, ball.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
They have a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now gone. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
It's 3rd and 7.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Gone. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Cohen. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. After the interception, here's Goff. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
180. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen.
Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw again on second down. Trubisky. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now Trubisky. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
That's the second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Again they run with Gurley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a first down pickup of 8. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's 2nd down now. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here we go on 4th. Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, Goff toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 3 yards out, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Trubisky will throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Back now in Los Angeles. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Hey, Laura.
58, Mike. I got you.
Lock in.
58, right over there.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say that was a game-saving play.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Now Natson. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
25. Ric Flair.
Check 25. Watch the safety creep.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 34. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On 2nd and 9. Goff under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. This is caught, it's Cooks. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Goff now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10.
Hey, Shell. DC. Hey, Charlie.
Now Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
Go. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
Here's Goff. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
58, right over there, right over there.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. He's got Burton here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel. 75 yards, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you're wondering why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This will be taken about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations. So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I got you. I got you.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
We go tonight. 120.
Yeah, right there.
Watch the run. Watch the run. You go 2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Do that tight right there.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.